This time I have another one of those Tascam DAP1 portable DAT decks that we all love so much because they have that lovely coating that they put on at the factory that just gets sticky and just sticks to everything. It's just absolute crap. But the deck itself, they were good. This one's got no sound. It was mailed in. He actually sent a second deck in for parts in case I need it. Let's take a look and see what the problem is with this one. Yuck. These machines are the ones that have the anti-slip finish on them. I guess that's what it is. It's like a rubber coating, and well, it gets really sticky. DAP1, I have one of these myself. It went the same way. They all go like this. It's just, this one apparently does not play properly. Got a tape in it. Got the adapter with it here. We'll power it up and see what it does. So it's not playing anything on the tape that's in there. I got a tape of my own I'll try. So it does not appear to be reading anything off the tape. I don't see any absolute time. I know there's something on the tape. So we'll just tear this thing apart and see what we can see. We'll take off the tape compartment first. And I just want to observe. Make sure there's nothing missing in here. Looks to be complete. We'll just observe the... I don't know if we can see it with the cassette in here or not. We should be able to see it threading. Tape threads. The tape is moving okay. But nothing's reading. So let's pull this one apart. Your hands get black when you work on this crap. They should have never put this coating on that all the manufacturers in Japan seem to jump all over. The anti-slip coating. My Nikon camera is covered in this shit too. I can't even use it. For those wondering what type of Nikon camera I have, it's a D70. It's the first digital SLR, 6 megapixels. That's how old it is. I mean, everybody used it. It's just haven't used it in years. I ended up with the Sony SLT series. I guess at the time they figured that by the time this spray-on coating they put on it, by the time it deteriorated, nobody would be using this stuff. It would all be scrap at that point. Maybe that was their thinking. Is that nobody in their right mind would be using this old tech all these years later. Okay, there's the scanner and everything. I'm curious whether the heads are shot. Might be dirty. I'll try cleaning them first before I go any further. I'll plug it into power here. I'll go get my cleaning tape and I'll just try cleaning the heads and see whether that will fix it. Maybe it's dirty heads. That'd be nice if that's all it was. That'd be great if that's all it was. One thing you need to know about DAT is, like 8mm video and mini DV, Betacam SP, ED Beta, WVHS, they used a metal tape, and cleaning them with alcohol generally doesn't do much. You basically have to use a dry cleaning tape, which works like a file, and it files the debris off. Oh, okay. I've got the. It read the time code there initially. Let's see if it'll read it now. No, it's not reading the time code, and it's not playing the tape. And there is material on this tape, for sure.
Got my coffee brewing, but it
Clogged
don't
heads.
taste the same.
Clogged heads, that's all it was. If I'd run that cleaning tape through more times, probably would have cleaned it, but the fingernail on the head drum cleared it off. Yeah, completely clogged heads. Should start right now.
Woke up this morning and checked my phone. Saw the numbers climbing and I'm feeling alone. Last month was fine, now it's a wild ride. Trying to figure out where the extras to hide. Got my coffee brewing, but it don't taste the same. With prices raising up, it's a real shame. Heading out the door, working hard for my pay. But these bills got me wondering if I'm living the right way. Why does my bill keep going up? Feeling like I'm drowning in this financial rut. Prices climbing high while my paycheck stays low. Why does my bill keep going up? I just wanna know. Got that electric bill and it's giving me chills. Change a couple bucks, still it gives me the thrills. Thought I was saving, tried to be real smart, but the numbers keep rising, breaking my heart. Gas pump's giving me a look like it wants to play. Fill it up, but these dollars they just fade away. Shopping for groceries, doing all that I can, but the price tags are laughing, guess they don't understand. Why does my bill keep going up? Feeling like I'm drowning in this financial rut. Prices climbing high while my paycheck stays low. Why does my bill keep going up? I just wanna know. The world's changing fast and I'm stuck in the past. Trying to balance my budget, but it's all moving too fast. Is it the cost of living or just a simple game? It feels like every month I'm playing the same. Stack of bills on the table, taking all my pride. But I won't give up, I'll just take it in stride. With a deep breath, I'll tackle this mess. 'Cause I got my dreams and I won't settle for less. Why does my bill keep going up? Feeling like I'm drowning in this financial rut. Prices climbing high while my paycheck stays low. the struggle, no place for fear. Why does my bill keep going up? Well, that's alright. I'll keep on living, shining bright through the night.
Okay, I figured out I'd let that one play through. That was one that I wrote. And I wrote this one too. These are my own songs. I didn't obviously sing these. I didn't play the music on it. I had the music and the singing done by AI, basically. But the lyrics, this is mine. In fact, all the tracks on here I did the lyrics to on this tape. Anyway, this one is good. I was letting it play here. Now, the reason I took the top off it and not just jumped straight to the cleaning tape is, well, the cleaning tapes work, but if the heads are too badly contaminated, they're not going to do you much good. What I did to clear the heads, as you saw, I don't know if maybe my hand was in the way or something, back of my fingernail, just up against the drum, in the portion where the tape is not, just up here. So I took the little pinky finger, and I just put it up against the head, and just very lightly, I can feel the head getting up against my fingernail. That was enough to clear the clog. What we had a clogged head or two clogged heads. Again, the cleaning tape might have done it had I continued to run it. I don't like running cleaning tapes. If it will clear it with one pass, then maybe we're okay. But all these abrasive cleaning tapes, they wear a portion of the head away while they're working. There's no way around that. Alcohol will not clean the heads on these generally because metal particles, the way that the tapes are constructed, they are a metal particle tape, and if a metal particle flecks off and sticks to the head, it essentially welds itself over the head gap, and it has to be ground away. That is what these dry cleaning tapes do. The dry cleaning tapes use friction to clear the clog. And if they work, they work. But sometimes they don't work. If it's severely clogged, this one was severely clogged. And it required mechanical removal of it. The fingernail is just the right hardness where it will clear the head clog without damaging the head. It's important to use the surface of the back of your nail. Right? That is the side you want to use. Make the head contact on the back. Don't use the edge. Use the edge of your finger, you're likely going to damage the head. It's got to be the back part here. That's what we did on this one. This is again, this was good. This is good news. Fellow that owns this will be happy. Unfortunately, it cost him a small fortune to ship it to me because he not only shipped me this one, but he shipped me a spare that he thought I might need parts on. And he also shipped me the power supply, which adds more weight to it, which I didn't need because I have the power supply. Okay, anyway, he made a few mistakes. He made a few mistakes when he sent it to me. I was quite clear, I thought, in the message saying, do not declare it worth anything more than $20 because it's broken. And if there's a declared value more than $20, there's going to be taxes assessed. So he had to pay the tax to get it to me, which there's no tax on stuff coming in for service. But unfortunately, because it was declared with a $100 US value, which was then converted to Canadian, there was the GST and the PST and then a broker fee that was added, which had to be paid before I could even pick it up to do a simple cleaning service on it. So the taxes he paid on this is higher than the charges to repair it, although he's got to get it shipped back. So cost for cleaning the heads was pretty expensive on this one. But now you know how to do it yourself. If you don't have a cleaning tape, take the top off it, back of your fingernail. I was thinking it was either going to be clogged heads or it was going to be a capacitor or two inside here. Right? They've been actually pretty reliable. The most trouble I've seen on these machines is the loading belt that goes bad, which looks to be okay on this one. I don't hear it squeaking or anything. I should check it and see if it's an older one or not, and if it's a bad one, maybe change it while I'm in here because I've got it here already. So maybe we'll check that while it's here. Loading belts give trouble on these, and the other biggest problem on these particular machines is the gear, this piece down here, the plastic where the gear goes through. The plastic cracks, and then it stops turning. It's actually on this pendulum. So what quite often goes bad on these is that right down here. If I can point to it with something. Right down here, this piece cracks, and then that pin. I don't see any cracks on here because normally you'll see them. It normally cracks right along the side here. The plastic shrinks and it cracks because the metal pin obviously doesn't. And then this pin drops down, and that gear below it drops out of position, and it stops making contact, and the take up and supply stools stop spinning. That's the most common fault on these ones mechanically. Other than that, these machines are actually quite reliable, and I've serviced a number of them. I've got one, and not that I don't use it. I usually use my DA40, but I do have one of these units, and that's why I didn't need the power supply. I got mine for free. Somebody gave it to me. Let's see if we can. I just want to see that belt, if I can see it here. See whether it's one of the newer belts or one of the older belts that's on here. I should be able to just lift this out. I do have some loading belts for these machines. Oh, it's got the newer belt on it. Well, does it? Yeah, it looks like one of the new belts. Yeah, that's got a new belt on it. See, dental band. That's what everyone's been using. Dental bands. That's got one on there, so I don't need to worry about that one. Orthodontic bands is what they are. So I'll throw this one back together and let the fellow that owns it know that his DAP machine is working and it was not serious. And we'll get it sent back. Hopefully pretty quick too, because the way the post office is going here right now, they're threatening to go out on strike. They've had their strike vote again. Like they were out on strike last year, and they got ordered back to work and told that they had like 6 months or 5 months to come up with a deal. And the postal workers and the company are so far apart that they voted again to go on strike and shut down and stop delivering everything. I don't know what the hell they think they're going to accomplish. The post office isn't making any money, and every time that they play their little games, the competition just gets in there and starts taking their business that they don't get back. The problem with the competition is, if there was no post office, I would not be able to accept any repairs coming in from the States. I wouldn't be able to do it, because with companies like FedEx and UPS and DHL charging $30, $40 just in broker fees, just for something to cross the border, even if there was no tax. Of course, they always charge tax because that's how they stay in business. Even if there was no tax, even if it was declared as no value and there's no value on it at all, they charge a fee so that they can do the paperwork. And then when they do the paperwork, the fee that they charge to do paperwork is taxable. So then they can add all that in. And they really screw us in Canada. Like, FedEx, $37.50 for something that has no charges, just to land it here. And the alternative to that is, yes, I can say I don't want the paperwork charges done, but now I have to drive to the airport and pick it up. So if I have to drive to the airport and do the paperwork, I'm going to charge for my time. So, I mean, it's like, it's 6 and 1.5 dozen together. But if the post office is not working, then I really can't accept items in from the States because it just becomes cost prohibitive. That is unless the person wants to pay those fees. And like this guy had to pay the fees for these because it was misdeclared. Had he declared it correctly, there wouldn't have been any fees. But it ended up costing him, I think about $40 is what it cost me to for the broker. There's like $10 broker fee, and then there's the taxes on top of that and the whole bit. But all right, let me just get this one back together. This stuff is just disgusting. I hate it. I hate this material. If you guys remember mine, I coated mine with packing tape. I stripped off packing tape and just wrapped the entire unit in packing tape so that I don't have to deal with the sticky stuff. Another one that I had, which I gave it away. I gave a couple of them away. I gave away 2 DAP machines to a buddy. The TAC was it DAP20s, I think? They were the same. One of them I used alcohol to strip it all off. It'll come off, then it's nice and shiny. But it takes everything off. It takes the lettering off and everything. I don't know. I think that's better than dealing with this. This stuff is bad. It'll take me an hour to get all this crap off my fingers once I get this all back together. And incidentally, to take the top off this, these 2 screws have to come out from the bottom, and then the ones on the top. I didn't show it coming apart, but these 2 screws screw into the top from the bottom. So they got to come out or you'll never get the top off. Just the screws on the side and on the back, and those 2 on the bottom, and then it lifts out. And we'll just make sure that this unit is still working, and then we'll get it heading back to where it came from.
And I turned it on, my old lady's waiting, and she knows I'm wrong. Her eyes ablaze like a wildfire's glow. I can feel the storm coming, she's ready to blow. I tell her it's fine, just another round, but she ain't buying that, she knows the sound. The bottle's been whispering sweet songs in my ear.
Yes, I was laughing as I was writing this, by the way.
Comes when my lady's near.
She kicked my drunk ass right through the door.
My old lady's tired, she don't wanna feel. I remember the days when we danced in the rain. Now all that's left is this heartache and pain. I promised her once I'd never let her down, but these whiskey-laden nights just turn love around. She worked hard.
Fingerprint magnet, this thing is, I tell you.
Now I'm tearing it down.
Hope this is never found in a crime scene.
Every shot I take, it just brings out the worst. And now I face the lion's share of her thirst. She kicked my drunk ass right through the door. Said you can't keep on living like this anymore.
Let's rewind it back. I'll put the top back on and get this one ready to get repackaged and shipped back. Yeah, that's it. And he had his own tape in here. I probably can't play this, but we'll put his tape back in. See if there's anything on it. Yeah, okay, he's got something maybe live on here. I probably can play this, but there's his tape. Okay, well, it works. We shut it off and it'll unload from the tape or from the drum. It's always important to shut these off before unplugging the power because you want the tape to be retracted from the heads. Let's do some bonus content here because the fella sent me this one it's in, well, I don't know what's missing off of it. It is in pieces. But wouldn't it be funny if it actually worked? Like, wouldn't it be funny if it was just something like really simple that was wrong with this one? I had nothing else better to do. What the hell? The screws are already out of it. So let's just pop this top off. And we'll see what it does. Put a power to it while it got it here. I mean, it probably doesn't work, but it would be hilarious if it did. Okay, it doesn't have power. It does not have power. Operate. Oh, might help if I plug in the power supply again. Oh, doesn't that sound like a belt? Doesn't that sound like a belt? That sure does. The top of the tape cassette is missing. That part's been robbed. You can see that already, but I'm just curious if anything else works on it. So I'll unplug this, flip this up, and see that that old belt is this is the old style belt, and I just so happen that I've got one right here. I think I got one right here. I'm pretty sure I got one right here. I got some in my little tool caddy here. What is this? What's down here? Oh, look, I got a couple of them down here. We'll just we'll try one of these belts on here and see what it does. I don't have a lot of these, but I've got a couple of them. So I just want to see what happens. Obviously won't be leaving it on here if it doesn't fix anything, but if it does, then at least he knows he's got a good transport that works, right? If all that's wrong with this is a bad belt and this thing works, which it probably doesn't, but we'll find out. We'll find out in a minute. Okay. Check the transport. Okay. Play. Yeah, this wheel turns. Okay, let's just try loading a tape. I'll have to hold the tape in position. Actually, I'll have to open this up. The lid lifter is missing too. But if I open this up and I lift up the lid, simulate that the tape is in place and push it in place and hold it. The drum turns. Are we going to get sound? Are we going to get sound off this thing? In 3, 2, 1. It works! It works! Pieces are missing. If those pieces are replaced and the belt is changed.
Woke up this morning and checked my phone. Saw the numbers climbing.
Well, he'll be happy that he's got a fully functional deck that just needs these pieces that are missing and a belt replaced on it. I'll just eject my tape here. and it thought that the tape was in there again. It attempted to load, but that's okay. We'll just eject it, and I'm gonna pull the belt out because I'm not leaving my belt in there. But it's good news. It's good news. He's got a fully functional. He's got a fully functional machine that basically just needs to have the pieces. Maybe he's got the pieces. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. But anyway, it just needs the belt. And as I say, I'm not going to leave that on there because there's no point. It's it has other pieces that are missing. So, but it was worth putting that little belt on there just to verify that this other transport is good. Okay, I don't think you guys need to see me putting these screws in, so I'll say thanks for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.